like it. There we go. We're on this buck right here, J-Web. It is much more maneuverable than a Connie. Boom. Buck down. Going on another buck right in front of us. QE. Gorgeous. Beautiful. What up, guys? Astro Manny here, back at it again with another video. How's it going? Today we're going to go over the Anvil Asgard for you guys. It's a very beautiful ship. It's a looker for sure. Okay, so if that doesn't give you guys my initial opinions of the ship, it's a looker. All right. So if you want to know more about this ship and the build, that's what this video is for. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that beautiful stuff. You can also hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. We are live streaming right now, so do come by Twitch or YouTube and stop by the live stream and say hi if you want to and whatnot. You could ask all kinds of questions and join us for lots of fun there. But here we are with our Anvil Asgard video. After this one, we are probably going to have the MX Guardian video as well, so that will be probably Mondays and Tuesdays videos. So I hope you guys enjoy those, or maybe I'll get it out for Saturday. I don't know the schedule. We'll figure it out, but just know the ship builds are coming. These are new ships, so I am going over the new ships. I don't know if I'm gonna have a TAC video because the TAC needs some buffs and changes, and we're not gonna go into all of that right now. But Anvil Asgard, here we go. This is it. This is the build. Let's pull it up on Oracle. This is my preferred paint, by the way. I like the default paint. It does have a concierge copper paint. Not the coolest in my opinion. There is a black and gold paint. Definitely 2 thumbs up on the black and gold paint. But there's just something about the crisp white that always I'm very much more happy about. So let's pull up our Urkel stuff for you guys. Okay. So here is our build for the Asgard. I will take down my face so you guys can see the whole thing while we're doing this recording. So what are we running on the Asgard? Now I'm running this as a, yeah, that's what we're using for PvE kind of thing. I don't recommend you really using this ship for PvP. It is a transport ship. It's a looker. It's fun. It's not game breaking. It's not changing the world on how we're rethinking how to play Star Citizen, but it is beautiful. And it's a new ship, so I got you covered. It comes fully equipped with your animal CF repeaters, Panthers and Rhinos, and if you ask me, that's the way I think you should keep it, because they're just the best guns in the game. It's all about having time on target, not about the biggest DPS number. So I think the Panthers and Rhinos are the way to stay. NDBs are probably really good on this ship, but again, I just personally would rather have Panthers. NDBs are fantastic. You can throw your attritions on if you're going to go fight a bunch of Herculeses and Reclaimers and things like that. That's totally up to you. Weapons are interchangeable and all that whatnot, but I prefer Panthers and Rhinos. That's just the way to run if you're a pilot and you want to have the best possible encounter in your matches. Next up, we have our shields. I'm going with the FR-76s this time around on our shields, not the Ramparts, because of the fact that with this, our FR-76s, you only need 4 pips into shields in order to get a maximum shield health. This ship is very power hungry. It takes a lot of power to make this ship go. Meanwhile, there is 2 JS400s to make that possible. If you don't have JS400s, the size or the grade A industrial, the Genova, is plenty good. You're going to be missing 2 pips if you don't have the JS400 and you're running Genovas instead, but it's not that big of a deal. The Genova is perfectly fine, but if you have the JS400 available to you, that is the way to go, in my opinion. Okay, so what are we running here? This is how I'm going to run the pips in the game, like this. I'm going to run full power to weapons, full power to shields, or full power to thrusters, as many powers into shields as I can, while still having my Nightfalls, by the way, are my coolers, active. And by the way, I'm only running 2 Nightfalls. The ship does not need 3 coolers 2 is perfectly fine as long as you're running them max pipped. And if you're running Nightfalls, it only takes 2 pips to get your max Nightfall efficiency out. Do you need coolers at all? Not really. You could run no coolers. It's up to you. I've just grown accustomed to actually pretending that coolers mean something, and have started using them again. They do help you keep your IR signature down, but in a big ship like the Asgard, your IR signature does not really matter all that much. You're going to be using a crap ton of decoys anyways, so yes. Quantum drive is up to you. XL1 is, the fastest. Whether you're running a civilian, industrial, or military grade quantum drive, it really doesn't matter. You have plenty of quantum fuel in this ship. Nothing to worry about. How much quantum fuel do you have? Actually, not that much, to be honest, but you're fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Your max distance with an XL1 is only 168 gigamomas, but that is plenty far distance for you to go anywhere in the verse that you want, and then you can stop and refuel. I think it's a transport ship. I should have more quantum fuel capacity than that. That is one thing I think this ship is missing. It is a transport drop ship of some sort. Why is its fuel so low? Only thing I will say there. Other than that, this is the build for the Asgard. Take it or leave it. Again, like I said, weapons are interchangeable. If you want to put NDBs on it or attritions, be my guest. I just prefer my animal repeaters. It does come with 16 size 3 missiles. You can change those out if you want as well. I don't care about my missiles, so 16 arresters are good for me. I'm happy with it. I won't even use them that much. We will use them in the video just to showcase their firepower, but I don't use missiles too much, and that is the way the cookie crumbles. Beautiful stuff. That's the build. Let's go show it off in gameplay for you guys. We are in Pyro currently just because we were doing some contested zones, and we're going to go ahead and do the Pyro patrols, which is the Headhunter patrols. What can this ship take? We're going to do it solo, me and J-Web here. So not particularly solo. We do have a turret gunner because the ship does have a turret gunner seat. So we're going to do Elite Op, which is the second highest patrol. Correct? That's the patrol, right? Elite Op? I think so. Standard ground is the... Nope, standard ground is the patrol, not the Elite Op. Elite Op is the ambush, I believe. Stand the ground is the patrol. Yeah, stand your ground is the patrol. I apologize. Stand your ground is the Headhunter's patrol. The second highest one. The highest one is the 350k Hunt Some Heads, but we are not going to do that one. We are going to do the second highest one because we're not fighting hammerheads in this thing. Okay? We're not going to fight hammerheads. We're going to run... Oh, we can do this, but is this in Pyro? Guys, I've never ran patrols in Pyro, so bear with me. I'm going to accept this and see where this marker is. Can't see. It's behind me. Okay, let's just do this one. This is the red level security risk. I'd rather see Walton's face than Stowe's face, so that's why we chose this one.
Get to share.
I know the patrols in Pyro have lots of travel, and it's not really worth it. I agree with you, Cold Rain. We're just making a video. We happen to be in Pyro. I don't want to travel all the way back to Stanton in order to make this video. And it gives us a different sense of missions. Okay. By the way, the Vanguard, very common in new missions, have 2 Nightfalls. That's nice. Vanguards have Nightfalls to grab. Beautiful to know, Radis. Thank you for that information. Do I need another turret gunner? No, there's only one turret gunner in the ship. Got you, bro. No, I got you, Cold Rain. I appreciate it. So we are recording a YouTube video. That's just what we're doing at the moment. So we're going to go to this quantum beacon and begin our patrol. And like I said, I'd rather see Walton's face than Stowe's face, so we've chosen that. We do have a little bit of a distance to travel, so I guess we can talk more about the ship itself. I'm actually going to stop the quantum travel, flip us around so that the sun is hitting it the correct way I want it to, so we can see it better, so we can give it beautiful views. Plus, I need to get a thumbnail, and that is a mean looking thumbnail. I really love the way this ship looks from up front. Like, that is just mean the way it looks. Look at that. That is my favorite part about this ship. Look at that. That's gorgeous. We got J-Web in the gunner seat. Did I mention that? Hello, J-Web.
Hello. The ship definitely looks tanky, and I love the way the turret looks.
About the way the turret looks. Does it look good in there?
From inside. Yeah, I like it.
Nice, nice, nice.
You know, it's on the bottom, but...
Look at this, look at this. You get the security post Korea, or the Crusader, you know, security guard helmet sticking up at the very top, and then you look down and you can see another little security post. I love her helmet. But yeah, the front of this ship, beautiful. It's gorgeous. We are doing, like I said, a red level patrol, just us, just me and J-Web. So it's just us in the Asgard with a turret gunner. Is this ship good and efficient enough to run a red level 200k mission? I honestly don't know. If we die, that's going in the video, because this is an Astro Manny video. We do it uncut. I'm giving you guys my true opinion of the ship and showing you actually real combat footage of the ship and the build. That is the build we're running that I showed you and all that wonderful stuff. So here we go. We're arriving at our patrol location to have some fun and go pew-pews. With the JS300 in the, or the JS400s in the Asgard, you get full pips in nav mode, which is nice. I mean, that doesn't matter at all, but you know, it's just something. It looks good from behind too. Like, to be honest, I mean, she doesn't have a nice butt, but she looked good from behind though. All right. We didn't talk a lot about what is inside, but this is a build guide video. The inside is nice. It's got 180 SCU. We'll talk more about it after this part of the patrol. We'll talk more about the inside and the interior and all that stuff. Operation Security Blanket is a go. We got to save this ship from all these stuff. I'm going to go up to 16 decoys at least. 16 decoys at least, and as you see, my power pips are exactly what I talked about on Urkel. This is where I would leave the power pips in this situation. It gives you enough regen on your shields to make you feel comfortable. It is a fairly maneuverable ship. I have flown it a little bit so far. I do like it. There we go. We're on this buck right here, J-Web. It is much more maneuverable than a Connie. Boom. Buck down. Going on another buck right in front of us. QE. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Very, very good ship, in my opinion. Still, you know, the Connie is going to be better, right? But it's nice. We got a blade right in front of us. HT. Look how fast it melts. If I lose target, if I'm not nose on target, guess what? J-Web gets to get nose on target quite a bit. So it's really nice, the forward-facing guns. The more and more I use it, creating this video, I'm actually falling more and more in love with it. Maybe I actually do like this more than a Connie. Because it's so much faster. My problem with the Connie is you're just flying this giant fucking boat. It flies like shit. This thing just killed a hurricane in fucking 2 seconds. With our animal repeaters. Do you need NDBs? No! Look at these repeaters putting in work.
Shields hit. Keep the pressure on them.
What do you need NDBs for? NDBs would make it pretty strong. Not gonna lie. But these animal repeaters are beautiful. This is basically the firepower of a Hornet just on the pilot. And then you have the added DPS from J-Web in the turret. It's gorgeous.
Doing a hell of a job. Don't back down now.
I'm falling more and more in love with this thing the more we fly it. Another freelancer straight ahead, VV. Look at that.
Thank you. I thought we were done for.
Look at that. Red level, protect the pilot. No problem.
Clean. Job well done.
One to keep, one to give away? Maybe.
We're clear here.
Alright, we're heading to our next patrol location. Where'd my marker go? There it is. That's weird. Where'd the marker disappear? Where's the sun? We'll rotate so we can get the ship in the sun. Yeah, Pyro's patrols suck. The best way to do it is you open up your Mobi glass and you can click on your route from the top right of the screen. It makes it much easier. Alright, so let's talk about the inside of the ship a little bit, right? Big berth of a hangar bay, cargo bay. You could fit Tonka tanks in here. Tonka trucks, Tonka tanks, whatever you want. It's humongous. It's beautiful. It's not something that screams Astro Manny, you need this, because I don't really need this sort of thing. But a lot of people really dig this. It's beautiful in here. It's 180 SCU on the grid, and of course you can fit more than 180 off the grid. So beautiful space. The turret is down on the lower level. This is where J-Web is, right here on the lower level. And then you have some seats here for some other passengers. And your components are also in this little down center area. And it's basically the exact same layout as the Valkyrie, just a little bit bigger. You have a crew quarters over here on the starboard side of the ship and a bathroom on the port side of the ship. And then, of course, you have some gun racks down the center and all that stuff. And then you have the pilot seat and the cockpit. So very easy, very cool little tour of the ship right there. Made it real quick and easy for you guys. Lots of rooms for Tonka activities. Exactly.
Can I quickly chime in?
Sure.
I saw a picture where somebody fitted a Nova tank, a Ursa rover, a Dragonfly, and an Atlas at once in the bay.
There you go. A Tonka tank, an Ursa rover, and a Dragonfly, all in the same thing. Ultra Visitor, thanks for the follow, my dude. Welcome to the Astrodome. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. We're here at our next patrol location. We did mention that I did take a hit, it looks, to the missile bay, but I think the missile bay is still functioning. We will use the missiles in this next part of the mission. I forgot to use them last time. I know you guys like to see missiles. I apologize. I'm not a missile user. I forget to use missiles sometimes. I apologize. Just waiting for Walton to tell us what's happening next.
Looks all clear.
Looks clear. Okay, so we're only having a two-parter in our patrol this time around. See, so you see how far these patrols take you out when you're in Pyro? This is why I don't recommend to do patrols in Pyro. This is a good showcase of that. You guys have seen at this point, hopefully, both my Ace Pilot Farming Part 1 and Part 2. Those are both in Stanton. This is why I never did it in Pyro, because I knew from the beginning that you were going to have too much of a distance to travel. And this is actually my first time doing the patrols in Pyro this patch, but I already knew from the PTU and from other people's experiences that the travel time is just not worth it in Pyro. It's just too much to do. It takes too long in between each fight. You're losing out on efficiency. So that's that. J-Web, how do you feel about your on target time?
I like it. I'm running staggered guns right now, so it's nice. The heads-up display could be a little bit higher because it kind of blocks part of your view, but other than that, turret's pretty cool.
Yeah. What about
Hey, it's Walter.
it has gimbals, right?
Courtesy reminder to
Yep,
not
running
get out
gimbals
on
right
patrol
now.
without
Okay.
getting geared up.
How much storage does the Asgard have? It has 180 on the grid, and then you could also fit more off
Hey,
the grid.
it's Walton with Foxwell.
You could
Courtesy
fit.
reminder to not head out on patrol
The cool thing about the Asgard, guys,
with
is you
wildlife.
can fit 180 on the grid, in the Asgard, right? 180 is the SU, and you still have plenty of room to walk around. Like you could stack this up 180, and there's plenty of movement to get around. That's one of the cool things about it. A lot of times, you know, when you stuff a ship full of its full cargo, it's like, how the hell do I walk around now? And a lot of times you can't. This one does a really good job. Is there enough room? Yes, you can fit 4 32 SCU crates in it.
And the nice part about it, the ceiling is higher than the actual grid, so you don't have, for example, on the Asus line, you have trouble getting the last cargo grid full because you keep bumping into the roof. So you can easily fit all the cargo in without bumping into your ship, other boxes, etc.
The more and more I think about it, this is a very interesting ship because it really is only a 2-seater. It's really only a crew of 2. You can debate that it's really a crew of 3 because of engineering, and on top of that, it does have guns on the sides, right? This is a Anvil Asgard / Valkyrie. It does have guns on the side here to deploy out the side doors. It does. But how often do you actually use those on the Valkyrie or on the Cuddy
Fuel's
Steel?
gonna be a big problem. You already had 65%. We're on our just starting our second mission.
Yeah, that's why I don't recommend doing it in Pyro. So it is quite an upgrade for a Cuddy Black user, to be honest. You could definitely compare it to that. I'm actually really loving this ship. I really am. We do have a Ace Pilot. Is that what that is? No, that's just a random ship there. I don't know why there's a random ship there. Somebody else's bounties here, apparently.
Let's move on.
I can upgrade my Connie Andromeda to it for 94 euros.
Yeah, I was comparing it so much to the Connie, but you really can compare it to some of the smaller ships. It's quick. I mean, it's all right. I actually like this. This is a very nice daily driver. Very nice daily driver. Again, this is more of a build video, not really a showcase of the whole entire ship. That's why we didn't do a walk around or everything. But I did give you guys all that information on top of it, so I think we covered basically everything. We're just going to do a little bit more combat here, hopefully, and then we'll wrap up this video. And I think I will release this for Saturday because I think it's important to get this video out. And I still haven't given you guys the MX Guardian video. That video will come out the day after this video. Nah, probably the second day after this video. So if I release this video Saturday, that means the Guardian video will probably come out Monday. Therefore, you guys probably won't get a Saber video until like Wednesday. But it's all coming. Use missiles. I'll use missiles. I got you, buddy. If we end up not getting a target through this mission, then we have some targets here to shoot at. So nonetheless, we will use the missiles. It is 16 size 3s. It's very powerful. Very powerful. I was reading how many missiles it has when I had it. I'm like, man, there's more missiles? More missiles? Oh shit, 16? Nice. Not that that matters too much for me, but because 16 size 3s can get pretty expensive if you restock. And then somebody be like, well, why would you restock? Just blow up your ship. Because I'm not a dirty scumbag. That's why.
Let's move on.
I don't throw my ships in the garbage just because they're out of missiles. I repair them. I restock them. So they can live to fight another day. Giannis, but never rich. Sure. Wow. This is one of the easiest 200k patrols I've ever done. Look at that. We're done.
That was the last scan.
Mission complete.
Thanks for the help.
So it is very capable of doing a 200k patrol. No problem. Let's use some missiles on these ships over here.
It's too easy.
Now, we did do it 2 people so that if you were doing this with a friend and a turret gunner, you'd get 100k a pop. And how long does that take? 10 minutes? That's fun. In my opinion. That's fun. Alright, how many missiles do you guys want to see? All 4 at once?
Yes, please.
There we go. Ready? Set. Bye-bye, other Valkyrie. Your own. Ding, 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 ding. I don't know if they all hit. Those all missed. You ever wonder why Astro Manny doesn't use missiles? A waste of my time. Got him.
And money.
Look at that. Valkyrie versus Asgard. Who wins? Let him have it, J-Web. I will say one of the downsides of this ship is replenishing the capacitor does take a little bit because it is 107 shots that you're replenishing. So I feel like that takes a little while to happen, but that's okay.
So with this turret, you don't get pips, you get a kill box.
Look how fast it eats a cutty. I love how fast it eats a cutty. Opportunity for PvP is opened? Where? Is there a ship here? Did you see it?
One right in front. I don't know.
That's just a dead Valkyrie. That ain't nothing. But you know what? That's not somebody's bounty. That's just the ships defending the bunker. Alright. Well, there we go, guys. That is our video on the Asgard, the Anvil Asgard. I am a fan, to be honest. I'm very much a fan. Is it worth the buy? I think so. Honestly, just for fun. Again, remember the knowledge that we try to spread in this channel, right? Is it efficient for PvP? No. Is the whole game PvP? No. But it's important to have a PvP mindset. Is it efficient for PvE? It has its niches. It has its good things. Is it better than a Connie? Probably not. Is it more fun than a Connie? I think so. Is it slicker and better looking than a Connie? I think so. I don't know why we're comparing it so much to the Connie. You can leave your hate down in the comments below. Why are you beating up on the Connie? I don't know, because that's what everyone fucking compares everything to. All right? I love you guys. That's it. That's this video. I'll catch you in the next Astro Manny video. Until then, do come by the live streams because you could come catch us live while we're creating videos or other things because the live stream continues. The video ends now, but the live stream continues. Until next time, keep looking up, stay fly, and don't die. No?